I'm pretty much continuing this directly from the last episode, so hey everybody, it's AAA Battery, and welcome back to more Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. In the last episode, we had saved the... Okay, what is wrong? As I was saying before, in the last episode, we had... God dang it, I lost my train of thought. We had cleared the cross outside of the Great Tree, and we got to see what Princess Peach was doing, apparently dancing with a computer. And then we got to play Super Bowser Bros. World 1-1 and 1-2. And saving right now may be a little bit redundant. While we're here, before I go over what we're going to be doing this episode, this was the farthest I was able to get using my own Paper Mario disc. Because the disc right now is actually broken. As soon as this part would load, I couldn't go into this loading zone. Because the game would not load. Because it says the disc could not be read. Yeah. In case you're wondering, this is not a Mario Kart Wii disc I'm using this on. I actually have to use a homebrew application on the Wii in order to be able to play this game right now. I'm not going to use an emulator because I don't like using computers for playing video games. But I probably should try playing Undertale. I heard that game was really good. Anyway, now that I'm done with pontificating over what's been going on with me so far, I guess I kind of want to go above ground though before we go to the 1,000-year door. I know it's like right there, but understand that I am not the person that likes to be very direct. I like to give you the mix-ups. It's like how I play Smash Bros. I guess while I'm also talking about Smash though, ever since Corrin and Bayonetta have been coming out, I've been caring a lot less about playing competitively and a lot more about just playing the game for fun. Like, I don't know, I kind of want to pick up Bayonetta though as a main. She really interests me with her moveset and all, but I don't know if I actually would be able to master her, because she is a very complicated character I'm the master. Not like Ryu though, but... Oh, so you managed to get the Crystal Star from Bockley Woods without much trouble? Well, I've learned several vital things, but first, go to the 1,000-year door. We'll do that, sure. Yeah, I don't want to start Chapter 3 yet though, because we just finished Chapter 2. So, we're going to do some side stuff. And we see Luigi, I'm going to talk to him in a little bit. But first, let's go to the west, because I'm going to check the lottery. And yeah, Smash. Also, my gosh, the newest DLC characters they have such stupid potential though. Like, Corrin has a counter that's just ridiculously powerful. And Bayonetta's Witch Time gives her so much free range to screw up if you time it correctly. And... I thought this was like an inverse number. It was on my card or something. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know. I like the DLC characters, but I feel like they're still just way too freaking strong. And now that I guess that's done with, I'm gonna go ahead and see what's... Let's see what this graffiti has to say. New Evil Society, the Crossnots, sighted in the Bockley Woods. Silly outfits reported. Could they be linked to organized crime in our fair city? I thought this was a town. Town and city. Graffiti corner. What's the legendary actress Flori up to? Her adoring fans want to know. Badly. Theater fan. I'm curious about something else now. Let me check my status. 6 shine sprites. Okay. This toad right here. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh! Adam Flurry! I'm such a huge fan. I can't believe I saw you here. And that's about all she has to say. I'm sorry if I hyped that up to be anything, but... I don't know how many people actually have known that existed. And my voice is cracking. I'm not even hitting puberty anymore. I'm 19 years old. I guess that's a side effect of playing this early in the morning, though. Well, I went to Rumble Bump Volcano and got myself an Arbalest compass piece. It was an incredible quest. There was danger and all sorts of adventuring. It was pretty nuts, pro. Want to hear what happened? It's a pretty long story. Hey, sounds good to me. Which part of my story you want to hear, bro? Rumble Bump Volcano. Rumble Bump Volcano. I don't know. Well, like I said, it's a really long story, but here goes. As soon as my ship docked on the Pudding Continent, I set off for the volcano. To reach my destination, I spent several days fording through a dense jungle. Scary beasts were all over. More than once I thought I was done for, bro. Oh, look how Flurry is just sleeping. She can sleep while standing up. Wait, well, Mario can too. I may have screamed a bit to scare them off, you know, but as fate would have it. A blooper named Bluey heard me shrieking and found me and just went down. Blue was on a journey of his own, but he joined me after hearing my tale. Now, Blue is a madman. Back in his hometown, they call him White Torpedo. Yeah, he's a tough guy. Anyway, he helped me fight the Rumble Bump Volcano. This place was all about bubbling lava pools and heat that make the sun sweat. And the place was loaded with evil traps designed to protect the compass piece. The scariest one of all was this gigantic 100-foot tall statue that stomped around. Now the weakness of this statue, bro, was a red gem on his forehead. Now I can jump high, but not high enough to reach this thing by a long shot. So I came up with this plan for Bluey to hit that weak spot. All you, man, I said. I waited for a pause in the statue's movement and hugged Beauty up there. And bullseye! The White Torpedo saved the day. That jewel got whacked. It was a critical hit, and that stone statue toppled and crumpled into pieces. Once that was done, it was an easy stroll to the room where the treasure was. Unfortunately, Princess Eclair was nowhere to be found. But I got another piece of the marvelous compass and put it in the base. But the compass pointed to west to Plump Valley Village on the Strudel continent. So I set sails once again and came back here to Rogueport to recharge. That's what's happened to me lately, but I'll be heading back out soon. I really wish they made a Paper Luigi game. That'd be so awesome. If you want to hear what I've been up to, just come find me, okay? I'll be around. And then we have this guy. Hey there, I'm Bluey. And this guy is a total liar. Don't listen to him. You heard his story, right? Well, he did try to throw me, but he completely tripped. And what happens? I end up landing in lava. Lava, man! You think that feels good? Thanks to him, you can stick a fork in me. I'm well done. My pale skin's crispified. I'll never forget this guy. I'm gonna become pay if it takes my whole lifetime. That's the only reason I'm still hanging around with him. You'll pay, Luigi. Wow. So he was white, and now he's yellow. That's Luigi's blooper friend, Bluey. It's totally weird to find bloopers on dry land. He seems peeved, though. I wonder why he looks all fried to a golden crisp. Well, you may not have been out, but you probably would have heard at least that, you know, he got fried alive by Luigi's poor hindsight. And I have like 120 coins. I'm gonna go ahead and invest another 100 to you. Ah, Mario, you come again. My dream is to get rich quick. I'm gonna strike oil and try to get rich. Yeah, here you go. And yeah, I think that takes care of. Well, let's see what Charlieton has to say now. Boost sheets. That makes you invisible so attacks against you miss. It's the equivalent of Repel Gel in, you know, the original Paper Mario. Hammerman, Timey Tutor, and Jumpman. Wow. I don't want any of that stuff, though. And you have nothing else to say, I think. You know what I also want to say, though, but I realized in recording, like a few episodes back, when it comes to the Kitty Boos, I feel like I would have done a lot better if I gave them a more Brooklyn-esque accent, because, you know, their speech really does lean a lot more towards that kind of accent. I don't know. Like, hi there, cutie. Welcome to West Side Goods. What can I do for... That doesn't sound Brooklyn. That sounds more like Russian or German. What is wrong with me? Okay, I guess I suck at changing my voice pattern, because that did not even sound remotely Brooklyn, I think. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna be thinking a little bit. Okay, I'm done. And I really did not cut ahead, though. I just thought, you know what, I just remembered something I wanted to look up. I just want to make a habit out of coming over down here and seeing what that Bobbin has to say. Because I think that some of this stuff can actually be legitimately funny, but... You know, if they already put the effort into making all the dialogue boxes, I'm going to see what they all have to say. I don't stuff too, seriously, like, oh yeah, nothing new to say at all. Maybe you have to finish it. Maybe you have to go to the 1,000-year door first. Well, first off, guys, I want to go ahead and do this Pit of 100 Trials. I'm gonna keep going until we get to the 20th floor, though. After that, we're gonna be getting out of there. We're gonna continue with the story. But for the rest of the episode, I think we're just gonna be doing this. So if you don't want to watch, I'll leave a link where you can just skip ahead of it. Well, actually, no. This may be the last thing we do. I don't know. It depends on how long the video is. If it's too short, I'll keep going. If it's long enough, I think I'll stop there. Anyway, let's cue the music. I guess now we can also show this off. Hey, what's up? I'm a mover. I know a few things about getting through this dungeon. For a few coins, I can move you wherever you want to go. Where do you want to go? Yeah. You can either choose to go down 2 levels, go down 5 levels, or to the entrance. Depends on how much coins you have, which you most likely will have a lot of because there's a lot of enemies and you get a lot of cash from doing it. I'm not going to use them though because we're only on level 3. As you can see, I did not get very far at all yet. Anyway, now let's really cue the music. And now let's do the other 10, the newer floors. And, well, we have a new enemy, so... yeah, it probably would be worth tackling them right now, wouldn't it? We're gonna see these later on in the next chapter, but for now, let's see what these are. These are Pokies. That's a Poke. It's a cactus ghoul that has nasty spines all over its body. HP speed is 4, attack is 3, and defense is 0. Look at those spines. Those would totally hurt. If you stomp on it, you'll regret it. Pokies attack by lobbing parts of their bodies and by charging at you. They can even call friends for help, so be quick about taking them out. Oh yeah, by the way, these are not Koopas. And that does it. That pretty much covers the Pit of Wonder Trials from this point. And yeah, the video is still not very long, so our next reward is a Fire Drive badge. Attacks all ground enemies and burn them as well. And this is floor 20. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and finish this. Alright, naturally, because we just got Flurry for this, we're going to have her for the Crystal Star part as well. But let's save our game just because. Now, before I do continue on with this, I made a mistake in Audacity, and my recording is actually carrying over with my recording for the last episode, so I'll be back in just a minute. Sorry about that, everybody, but I'm good now. Okay, now that I finished with that little bugger, let's do this part. Now, my little Mario, it's Crystal Star time. Check it out. It's in the sky. The location of a crystal star has been recorded on your magical map. Oh, mercy me! That next crystal star has made an entrance. My. But correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it up in the sky? What does that mean? That means that beneath this town, the thousand-year-old ruins remain intact. And that door's been sealed shut for 1,000 years by the crystal stars. In order to open that seal, you must have to muster the power of all the crystal stars. Perhaps I'm just daft, but why would they want to seal this treasure away at all? Did they fear thieves and brigands? If not, then what? No, that's not. That's not what? I don't know! Frankly, please! I'm sorry, so sorry. I know that the treasure was sealed around the time the town was destroyed. But the problem is, no one's even sure what it was that caused the whole town's demise. All that's written is this: darkness stole the sky, and the cataclysm rained down. I must research this more. Assuming we'll just make an... Well, you know the saying. Oh yes. How inappropriate. In any case, what about the location of this crystal star that's floating on the map? Very interesting. Prop is pointed to the floating town of Glitzville. There's a stunning arena where great warriors engage in furious battles. Ostensibly, families go there on vacation to lounge and enjoy the fights, but behind the scenes, the richest people in the world rage around the bouts. A floating city, you say? So are we just supposed to sprout wings and fly there, darling? Well, you can float, but how am I gonna get there? A special blimp flies there. It departs from Rogueport several times a day. The problem is getting a seat. The only way to get a ticket is through certain channels. Ooh, that sounds exciting. A little on the seedy side. Show me the way. I don't know. But I guess you don't have much choice. Word on the street is all tickets go through Don Piazza on the west side. Head west from Rogueport's main plaza and you'll reach the west side of town. That part of town is under the control of Don Piazza, the Piazza Syndicate head. Apparently, Don Pianta makes pretty regular jauns over to Glitzville. I like the sound of this Don Pianta fellow. I cannot wait to meet him. It may sound easy, but he's a syndicate boss, folks. The rumors are rather scary. And Don Pianta is a recluse. Just getting an audience with him will be difficult. But that's gonna have to wait for the next episode. For this one... Oh. I feel stupid. We'll do this next episode, but for now, let's just end it off here because, well, I feel relatively stupid right now. That's the biggest reason. I want to take the time to think over my stupidity. Next episode, we're going to go and I guess I'll decide what we do next episode. But for now, just do something else. See you guys later.